through the existence of the mind begins with a simple seed of thought, a word, an act, a very precise idea. Bravery to him who courageously chooses to pursue what only him can hear.
Is it James or Alex?
It's James Alexis. Professionally, most of the time I go by James, but my family still calls me Alex. That's like a nickname I've had since a child.
Alex, let me start by asking you, what brought you to LA? Actually, let me start by asking you, where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Fort Worth, Texas, but I came to LA about 2 years ago to finally pursue an acting career. I went to school at Howard University and studied film. I finally graduated with a business degree, but my main goal was to get into film, to break into film. But it took life took other courses, I guess, other paths, and it took me a while to get out here. But I'll be honest, it's really very much about a spiritual, almost kind of mission for me, to be out here. It's like a rediscovering, a redefinition of myself.
What idea possessed you to move to LA at this particular moment in time of your life? Why did you not do it earlier? Why not later? But why now? Why did you decide to do it now?
I grew, like I said, I grew up in Brandon, and that's where my family was for a long time. And my parents have both passed on now. A lot of the ties that I had in the Brandon area and the Tampa Bay area have either expired or moved on, or things have just evolved into a point where I felt like there was nothing left for me there anymore.
How's the acting journey going for you at this moment?
Pretty cool. I just did a gig yesterday for Central Casting. I can tell you now because I did it already. I was on a show called Station 19. I've also done Grey's Anatomy.
How has your journey been to get to this point of your life right now since you've moved to LA?
It hasn't been easy. It's been rocky. That's why part of the reason I wanted to come out here to show people this beach, because when I first got to LA, I didn't know anybody or anything, and I slept right over there for about 2 months, right there on that beach, right there.
A lot of people can move here, and the same. Obviously, that was your journey, but a lot of times, like the journey is. It's a bit more strategized, if that makes sense.
I did not have a strategy. I did not have a plan. I had a bus ticket and about $200 in my pocket. And I just said, you know what, if I'm going to do this, if I'm ever going to do this ever in my life, if I'm ever going to take charge of my life and do what it is that I feel like I was brought here to do, I have to do it now.
You mentioned that your journey has been more of a spiritual journey.
Yeah.
How so?
Really, I believe it's me following the path that I believe that God's laid out for me. I got here, and like I said, I was sleeping on the beach. I had nothing, and I prayed every day. I was like, and I don't know, everyone may not be spiritual or whatever, but I believe in God, and I prayed to God every day, and I said, God, give me a sign, show me a path, and I'll follow it.
What mindset do you possess, that do you have for the people that think that you may be too old to do what you're doing, or maybe you shouldn't, all these negative thoughts process that they apply onto you?
I deal with them every day. I think those thoughts myself every day. I doubt myself every day, but then I know that it's all about God's timing, and he's not going to put me anywhere where I'm not supposed to be until it's time for me to be there. And a lot of people were like, you should have done it 20 or 30 years ago. Yeah, 20 or 30 years ago, I might have came out here and messed up. I might have came out here and overdosed on drugs. I might have came out here and, ended up falling flat on my face. Who knows what could have happened?
What was the changing point? What was the changing from sleeping on the beach to finally getting yourself back up on your feet?
Actually, after I left the beach here, I was in the Salvation Army in Hollywood for a couple of months, and I ended up in a Spanish mission where I'm still kind of sleeping right now. But it was more a matter of me deciding that I can't stay on the ground. I landed on the ground, but I don't belong on the ground.
What was the first step you took?
Uh, I started taking acting classes. I've taken probably about maybe 5 to 10 professional acting classes since
But
I've
if
been.
you were sleeping on the beach, where did you find the money to do those?
I found free classes online.
How did you do that?
I just Googled,
How did
just
you do
searched.
that?
In LA, you can find free acting classes everywhere. Yeah.
So you had technology with you while
I applied for food stamps and GR and all that stuff. And when you apply for food stamps, you can get a free phone. So I got the free phone and I used the free phone to start Googling stuff.
that's literally a mindset of finding a way through
You have to.
everything.
You have to find a way. You have to make a way. If you don't believe that you can do better, you won't.
Oh,
You know,
right.
you won't. Yeah.
And that's the mindset that distinguish the difference between you and everybody else that is currently staying out in the street.
I believe so, yeah. I know that I was there, but I knew I didn't belong there. You know, it's and that's I think that's what motivated me and made the difference.
You took away all the distractions
Right.
and all the voices, and allowed you to concentrate
Yes.
on what really does matter for you.
Right.
Let's talk about that process.
It's been almost 10 years now. It was like 2016. I was locked up from 2016 to like early 2018. Spent a lot of time in church at the time. I had just gotten out of jail, like I said, and I did 3 things while I was in jail. I read the Bible. I worked out every day. I read the Bible from cover to cover. I worked out every day, and I found everything I could on Shakespeare and acting. And I read and devoured. I stood up on my bunk and I practiced reading Shakespeare and enunciating my voice and, you know, the whole 9 yards. You know?
What were the comments around you as you were training
Oh, they
yourself?
thought I was nuts.
But you have to be.
But you have to be.
You have to
You
be.
have to be. Some point you have to break and be crazy and to get what you want out of this life, to get to where you want to be. But I had a preacher when I got out that, you know, you go to these charismatic preachers and they do the hands on and they pray with you and stuff like that. And he, you know, he did the whole thing. He put his hands on me and everything. And out of the blue, he looked at me and I looked at him and he was like, "It's your time now."
But
And that was it. You know, that was it.
the amount of days you have within a year, the amount of the years you have within a decade, it says it all that it's never too late
No.
to reach out, to achieve, to dream, to pursue.
Well, if I can leave a message with anybody and everybody, that would be my message, is that till you die, continue to grow and push yourself and learn and open and get bigger and get stronger. That's what keeps you from dying.
Dreaming keeps you from
From
dying.
dying. Yeah, absolutely.
That is the quote right there. That was freaking brilliant.
My name is James Dean, and I exist.
That's it. Uncut. It take a lot.
Perfect.